A depressive period is a time that can give you a low mood and lack of interest or pleasure in things in your daily lives. Hi, I hope everyone is doing well. This video is about my experience in dealing with depressive periods and explores the subsequent events that's unfolded. Hi, before proceeding, I want to give a quick message to the people who know me personally, friends and families, that do not worry about me. I'm totally fine now. And to the people who are the viewers of this channel, I want to tell you this video is on a very serious topic and I am absolutely not an expert on this subject. Just take it as a random person making video on the net, sharing his experience, thinking it may help someone. Thank you. A survey done from 1990 to 2019 disclosed that almost 4.25% of females and 2.70% of males faced depression, and almost most of them do not had the idea that they are facing depression, and I was one of them. So a few months back everything was going all right for me, just like normal. I was doing my daily work, building the streak of habits like reading, running, meditating. I was happy. But suddenly, out of the blue, my emotions took a sudden dip. I started to feel many things all at once: low energy, restlessness, no interest of having foods, absolutely no motivation. At first, I thought it was normal because once in a while you have those bad days, right? But one day passed, then two, and eventually three. Things didn't improve and my concern grew. Being helpless, I did what a normal people would do, searching the net. I was intrigued and desperate for answers, and to my surprise, just putting out the symptoms online, I found this only answer everywhere. Not only that, I found many other symptoms that I was experiencing, which I was unable to recognize that time, like feeling guilty or worthless, loss of interest in things once I enjoyed. But I was skeptical. I was like, no, 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 no. It cannot happen to me. I was fine in my 30s, living a healthy life every day. So I ignored everything again, thinking I would be fine. But things were about to turn upside down for me. A week passed. I tried my best to get back to my normal routine, yet something seemed to be holding me back from within. I was unable to focus on my work, on my life. I started to lose the streak of habits I tried to build. I was not able to read a single thing. Nothing seemed to be interesting to me. Meditating, I was not able to concentrate on my breath properly. Almost all my mind was occupied with thoughts telling me this is useless. Working on my YouTube videos, this is the thing I loved the most. The entire process of documenting, telling my voice or sharing my experiences. But no, I lost interest in that too. That's why there is a long gap in between my videos. And your mind makes you remember the incidents where you have failed, making you feel you are worth nothing. And no, it was not burnout. Burnout symptoms are tend to center around your work or profession, while depressive periods affects everything such as your relationship, hobbies and self-esteem. I had understood that things were going out of my control. So I searched more sources online to investigate my symptoms. And what could be better place than YouTube to have this information? To my surprise, I found many YouTube videos on this and people were facing the same issue. But strangely, all of the videos were made by women. I was surprised that no men were talking about this. That's strange, and I'm coming to this later. So watching those videos, I got relieved somehow, thinking I was not alone in this situation, as they talked about the things that I can relate to, like lying in bed for multiple hours a day, and having negative thoughts such as feeling like a failure. While searching further, I also found this research paper where it is mentioned that in the US National, the comorbidity survey showed that 3/4 of people aged between 15 to 54 years who had ever met the criteria for depression had more than one episodes. I also found from the websites like Harvard that the symptoms of major depression are defined as lasting at least 2 weeks. So that time, the only option I had was letting go of the things that I didn't have any control and working on the things that I can control and see what happens in the upcoming few weeks. So before I struggled to concentrate on my focus during meditation. However, this time I consciously decided to commit to the practice regardless my concentration level. Despite the difficulties, I sat for the meditation sessions, observing all the sensations and discomfort in my body and mind. I allowed all my thoughts to come and arise naturally. I recognized that resisting those thoughts would be futile. It would be of no use. So I visualized those thoughts as a separate entity which were not attached to myself. This shift of perspective allowed myself to take the meditation as a sense of detachment and acceptance, resulting to a more positive experience. Tackling clutter. I understood that clutter, whether it is in your mind or outside of your mind, in the physical place, both can create stress. As what was happening within my mind was not in my control, so I decided to declutter my surroundings as much as possible. I started with my workspace, clearing unnecessary items, then organizing other things like my clothes, books. The effort ultimately paid off. It gave me a refreshing sense of new beginning, a clean slate, and it was also started to clear my mind, making me feel lighter and more focused. Eating healthy. So I made again a conscious decision to eat healthy, eating more fruits, eating vegetables, and saying absolutely no to fast foods or any deep fried foods. Doing this day after day, I started to feel like something was healing inside me, and I sensed a positive change was coming. Going outside for a walk, even I didn't feel up to it. Pushed myself to go out and spend some time in nature. I discovered that the hardest part was convincing myself to leave my room. But once I was outside, it became much easier. Somehow the process got very enjoyable for me. Like being surrounded by nature, observing the trees, grass, leaves, sky. It was refreshing and brought a sense of calmness inside me. On YouTube, I found many videos of people sharing their experience on this subject, and that helped me a lot. As I told before, that I found that the female YouTubers are more open to this subject. Their insights have been incredibly valuable to me, and I owe them a great deal of gratitude for that. And it also puzzled me, thinking why not more men are sharing their experience too, as now I'm convinced that men are also facing this similar battle. I hope now this video would make some difference. Lastly, I was really focused on learning as much as possible on the situation I was in. I watched many videos, read articles, checked out website to understand what was happening to me. Even writing what was in my mind helped me a lot. It was like figuring out a puzzle. When I saw the entire picture, I understood what I was dealing with. These made me feel stronger and showed me the way to get out of that slump. Now today I'm in a lot better place. I learned many things during this episode and promised myself to take care of my mental and physical health. So I planned many things in these upcoming days to make me feel better, like traveling somewhere, reading books, or giving myself more time than work. Lastly, one thing I need to say that you'd likely to take away from this video, that I could tell that if anyone experiencing these depressive episodes, then these are temporary. They may come and stay with you for some time, but then it will ultimately go. These are like false entity make you believe something which is not true. You just need to hold on to yourself during this time and take care of yourself. So that's it. I hope it will help you somehow. You can share this with at least someone who you might think need this. Thank you for watching. Meet you in the next.